Near soft green hills and a quietly flowing stream, there stood a small village. At the edge of that village lived an old woman named Nora. Her house was small but clean, surrounded by a few vegetable plants, fruit trees, and a wooden fence that gently moved whenever the wind passed through. Nora lived a simple life, but her heart was rich with kindness. Nora's husband had passed away many years ago. She had no children, and people often thought she was lonely. But Nora never felt alone, because she had Lulu, her little duck, and her constant companion. Lulu had bright white feathers, a small orange beak, and curious shining eyes. Wherever Nora went, Lulu followed closely, making soft quacking sounds as if she were replying to every word. When villagers saw them walking together, Nora leaning on her wooden stick, and Lulu taking quick little steps beside her, they often smiled. It felt like watching peace move slowly through the village. Every morning, just before sunrise, the sky turned shades of pink and orange. At that quiet moment, Lulu laid one warm egg near the small shed beside the house. Nora picked it up carefully, held it in her wrinkled hands, and whispered, "Thank you, my dear. One is enough for us." She cooked the egg, ate half in the morning, and saved the rest for the evening. Nora spent her days working in her small garden, growing simple food, and living a quiet life with a thankful heart. One morning, something changed. That day, Lulu laid 2 eggs instead of 1. Nora looked at them in surprise, then smiled softly. "2 eggs?" she said gently. "That is very kind of you." She cooked 1 egg for herself, and took the second to the village market. Nora did not ask for much money, only enough to buy a little rice and some jaggery. From that day on, Lulu laid 2 eggs every morning. Soon, the villagers began to notice. "You should sell both eggs," one person said. "Feed the duck more. Maybe she will lay 3 eggs," another suggested. "You could buy more ducks and earn good money," someone else added. But Nora only smiled and replied, "1 egg for me, and 1 for others. That is enough." She gave the extra eggs to poor families, hungry children walking home from school, or quietly left them at a neighbor's door without saying a word. Slowly, people began calling her Egg Nora, and they spoke the name with love and respect. Then came the rainy season. Heavy rain fell for many days. The nearby stream overflowed and flooded the fields. Crops were destroyed, and many families were left with very little food. Life in the village became difficult, but Lulu continued to lay 2 eggs every day. Nora had saved many eggs. She boiled some, stored others carefully, and shared them with people who were struggling. She never asked for money, praise, or thanks. One rainy evening, a few villagers came to her house and asked, "Nora, why didn't you sell more eggs when you had the chance? Why didn't you try to earn more?" Nora looked at them with kind eyes and said, "Because happiness does not come from taking more and more. It comes from being thankful for what we have and sharing when others are in need. I kept what I needed. The rest was meant to be shared." Lulu gave a soft quack and settled near Nora's feet, as if she agreed with every word. True happiness is not about collecting many things. It is about gratitude, kindness, and choosing to share. When we help others, our hearts become full, and that fullness is the greatest wealth of all.